Let's get cozy. Hello, my angels. Welcome back to my channel. We have had such a rainy summer so far, but honestly, I can't complain because it feels so calming to me. Also, the past few months, I've been trying really hard not to let the weather decide my mood, which then brought me to this video idea of doing fun things when it's raining outside instead of laying in bed and feeling gloomy. I've made a few other videos like this as well, so if you do like this one, be sure to check those ones out. But of course, as always, I do have my handy dandy computer to help me because if I didn't have it, I would not be able to memorize all of these. Also, a lot of you wanted a trying rainy day hobbies video, which will come right after this one. Don't worry. I wanted to do both. I want to do a sit down and just spill some rainy day activities, and then I'm also going to create a video trying some of these as well. So that way we can kind of do it together and it'll be really fun. I feel like I'm doing a little podcast today. This is so fun. Before we get started, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram as well if you want to, of course. Anyways, let's get into the video. Also, none of these are in any particular order. I kind of just slapped these on my computer and called it a day. So the first one is obviously dancing in the rain. I feel like this is one that every single person probably thinks of when they think of what can I do on a rainy day? And especially since it's summer, it's not cold outside, so you won't get sick from being in the water. Just obviously don't do this if you are in an active storm. Like if it's lightning outside and thundering, obviously don't dance in the rain. I'm definitely doing this one in the next video because I've never actually like danced in the rain. I don't know. I used to be that type of person that was just like, I don't want to get wet. I don't want to get my hair wet in the rain, but we're no longer her. We are living our life to the fullest. We only live once, so dancing in the rain sounds so fun. The next one is a rainy day photo shoot. I'm also doing this one in the next video because again, I've never really like done anything in the rain. I've always been super gloomy on rainy days and just sat inside and felt sorry for myself for no reason. So I want to have a rainy day photo shoot. I want to dress up like in a cute little flowy summer dress and go take some photos in the rain. It might be a little hard trying not to get my phone wet, but we're gonna do it anyways. And I think a lot of people would enjoy this one. Plus you get to post the photos. So it's a win-win. The next one is watch a comfort movie / show. Obviously, it is okay to sit and be lazy on a rainy day. I feel like God gives us rainy days for a reason to help us slow down a little bit. I would love nothing more than to sit down and watch my comfort movie or my comfort show. My comfort show right now is Jenny and Georgia. Most of the time it is XO Kitty, but Jenny and Georgia season 3 just came out and I just finished the series. And I want to go back and watch the entire series. Not gonna lie, when I started season 3, I was kind of confused because it had been a year since I'd seen season 2. So I want to go rewatch every season and just sit and be cozy and comfy in my bed with snacks, of course. The next one is another lazy one, but it is laying in bed and reading or listening to a book. I have been in such a book slump for the past like 3 months and I don't know why. Probably because I finished a really good book that I loved and just stopped reading after that. But I've been trying to read Fearless, which is the 3rd book in the Powerless trilogy. Although it is good, I just cannot get myself to sit down and read it. So maybe I need to light some candles and create an ambiance of sorts that just makes me feel really cozy and really comfortable so that way I can read. The next one is baking something, and this doesn't even have to be a crazy recipe that you need to go out and buy a bunch of things. I literally have a box of gluten-free banana bread mix that my sister and I are gonna make in the next video just because it's so easy, and baking is just such a rainy day activity, I feel like. And you want to bake something like cozy, which banana bread is so cozy. It's a cozy dessert, and I wouldn't even like call banana bread a dessert. I used to eat it for breakfast sometimes, which may not be like super healthy, but whatever. I don't know, baking to me just gives off rainy day vibes, and I told myself I was gonna do more baking this summer, so I need to get on it. I need to get with it. The next one is making a drink bar, and I don't mean like alcohol beverages unless you are into that. I personally don't like to drink, but I mean like hot chocolate, tea, coffee, matcha. Maybe scroll on Pinterest and find some rainy day drinks that you could easily make at home and just create a little bar of drinks for everyone to try and sip on. I don't know, maybe turn it into like a little tea party of sorts. I love this idea because I am that girl that will have like 2 different drinks at one time because I'm like, oh, I need water, but I also want sweet tea, but I also want coffee. So I'll have different drinks with me at all times. So to me, this is just like luxury luxury, in my opinion, just having a like drink bar to try different drinks. The next one is playing cozy games. My sister and I recently have been obsessed with gaming, and I want the new Nintendo Switch 2, but it is so expensive, so that will not be happening for a while. But I do have a PS4, and we've been loving playing Plate Up and the Disney Speed Racers, I think that's what it's called, which is just perfect for a rainy day. Sitting and playing games, chef's kiss. I love so much, just because there's nothing more cozy than sitting down with a controller in hand while listening to the rain and watching it outside. Oh my gosh, so good. I also hear people love Stardew Valley. Let me know if you love Stardew Valley. As a Minecraft lover, I've heard that if you like Minecraft, you would love Stardew Valley, but I don't know. I haven't even like seen people playing it, so maybe I need to watch someone playing it first to know if I would like it. But let me know if you like Stardew Valley. That one seems like a very rainy, cozy day game. The next one is building a fort. I feel like this one is so obvious, but as we get older and as a 22-year-old myself, I forget how much fun forts can be. I made one not long ago actually for another one of my hobby videos, and I kept it up for weeks, and when I would take it down to like film something, just because it's like kind of an eyesore honestly, I would put it right back up as soon as I was done filming. And it's not hard. As long as you have like a corner in your room, or if you have enough chairs and blankets, it's honestly so easy to create a fort. But also as a kid, I was like the fort master, so maybe I just know the strings. But a fort could be thrown in with any of these hobbies, like watching your comfort show or movie, or playing video games, reading. This one is a free-for-all, honestly. The next one is doing a puzzle. I am such a puzzle girl and like a Lego girl as well. If Legos weren't so expensive, I would have them absolutely everywhere around my house, but puzzles are much cheaper. I think I bought like a 1,200 piece puzzle for maybe $12, which is not terrible. It might have been cheaper than that actually, but I bought it around Christmas time and still haven't done it. So this is gonna be a great excuse for me, just having this rainy week to just sit down and do a freaking puzzle, you know, get my brain off of electronics. That's another thing. I feel like a lot of us tend to really be electronic heavy on rainy days just because it's easy. You don't really want to go outside, you don't want to go anywhere, you don't really want to be active, so a lot of us are just plugged into our phones or our computers on rainy days. So finding something to get your brain off of the internet for a little bit is perfect, and a puzzle just makes so much sense, you know? The next one is painting something. So my sister and I actually just started painting like flower pots to put our plants in, and they are turning out so freaking cute. We just scrolled on Pinterest until we found one that we liked, or that we could copy, honestly. And I found one that's like a little fairy house that looks like a fairy house, and it is so adorable, and I can't wait until I'm done with it because I just love painting and I love getting to be creative. I know a lot of people don't really like those slow-paced crafts. Like my boyfriend, for example, he does not like painting just because it's slow-paced and he's very like go, go, go all the time. But if you are one of those people like me who loves slow, tedious crafts, painting anything is such a good option for you. Next is bedazzling. So the other night I actually got so bored. We were under a terrible thunderstorm watch, like almost tornadoes, 90-mile-per-hour wind, and to distract myself, because honestly storms kind of scare me, they make me really anxious. To distract myself, I started bedazzling my TV remote. Yeah, I haven't finished it, but I need to, and that's another thing to just get your eyes off of a screen or off of the internet instead of doom scrolling. Bedazzling will take up so much of your time, and it's honestly so fun. But to be honest, I love to have a show on in the background when I bedazzle, just because I don't like to bedazzle in silence. But you could also have music in the background, obviously. But I was in the middle of watching Jenny and Georgia, so I was like, you know what? Sometimes I can't just sit and watch a TV show. I'll end up scrolling on my phone or playing a game on my phone for whatever reason. I don't know why. So I was like, let me bedazzle, because I can actually pay attention to what's going on when I bedazzle, just because it's not a hard task. So anyways, bedazzling something is always so much fun. The next is scrapbooking. I feel like scrapbooking can be so cozy. It can also be kind of stressful, but it can be cozy, and just scrapbooking on a rainy day sounds so fun to me. I have so much scrapbooking that I need to catch up on. So many things have happened, and even more things are about to happen. One of my best friends is getting married next month, so I need to get all of my previous scrapbooking done before the wedding. wedding, so that way after the wedding I can just be super prepared and ready to just scrapbook it. So although scrapbooking you do need to have the material and the supplies, it is just a great activity to really get you to sit down and get your mind off of anything else that is going on. The next one is pampering yourself. There's nothing better than pampering yourself on a rainy, cozy day, if you know what I mean. Like face mask, hair mask, taking an everything shower, making your favorite drink, sitting in bed, painting your toenails, painting your nails. Just really giving yourself that beauty pampering that everyone needs, the self-care love that everyone needs at some point in their life, at least once a week, I'd say. Just taking that time for yourself to really, really slow down and give back to yourself, you know? As someone who gives so much, I am a giver. I just love making sure everyone around me is okay and showing as much love as I possibly can to everyone around me. It is very important as a giver to give back to yourself and pamper yourself, to show yourself some extra love sometimes. The next one is coloring. Again, nothing better than coloring on a rainy day, you know? Light some candles, maybe even a fire if it's not too hot. It is kind of too warm in Texas to be lighting a fire right now, but definitely light some candles, maybe have some aromatherapy going on in your room and sit down, maybe put on a movie or some relaxing music and get to coloring. I fell into the coloring trap that was going viral all over TikTok with the Bobby Goods coloring books and the aesthetic expensive markers. I need to get back into it because I spent so much money on all of these materials and was obsessed for maybe 2 weeks and kind of dropped it because I realized I wasn't as good as everybody else on TikTok. You don't need to be good at something in order to enjoy it, and I feel like that's an important lesson to learn. Honestly, I've been trying to teach myself that the past few months because I am a perfectionist, and sometimes when I pick up a hobby or an activity and I'm not good at it right away, I tend to just forget about it and not want to do it anymore. So I need to get back into coloring and just accept the fact that it's not going to be perfect. The next one is making bracelets, and this could be any type of bracelet, like charm bracelet, beaded bracelet, string bracelets. I personally own tons of embroidery string because I love those tedious string crafts where you just tie the knots over and over again. I could easily just whip that out and start making some string friendship bracelets, or not even friendship bracelets, but just bracelets in general. I'm pretty sure my sister has beads as well. So this one is just such an easy and fun activity to do on a rainy day, in my opinion, because again, you could have a movie on in the background, a show on in the background, or just music going, and you could also do this with someone else as well. Obviously, a lot of these you can do with other people, and at the end of all of it, you have a bracelet to wear and enjoy, or even give away to somebody as well, which would be super sweet. The next one, and I am doing this one in the next video, so prepare yourself because it may not turn out well, but that is upcycling clothes. I love this one, honestly, because there could be clothes in your closet that maybe don't fit you anymore, or just maybe you don't like necessarily, and you could completely turn it into something else, some other type of clothing, or maybe a bag of some sorts. I have some just random t-shirts that I sleep in that I could totally turn into like a tank top or something cute, so I'm really excited about this task myself. Although it might take some skill that I don't have, I'm still gonna enjoy it and I'm gonna try my best. The next one is having an indoor picnic. Honestly, this one excites me so much because I feel like I did this all the time as a kid, and this is just such a nostalgic activity for me. I love to have outdoor picnics, who doesn't? But to have like the windows open, watching the rain fall, listening to the thunder, and just laying out a few blankets to make it kind of cushiony on the floor, and maybe just making like a smorgasbord of foods. Hopefully I'm not the only one that uses that word, smorgasbord, but just like having a smorgasbord of foods, which just means a ton of different random foods. Like my family, we used to just fry up, which is so unhealthy, but we used to just fry up or throw a bunch of like frozen items that we had in the oven, such as like chicken nuggets, tater tots, french fries, corn dogs, so many different things, and we just used to like eat off of that for lunch, and it was honestly so much fun. You could probably even make like some lemonade to have in your indoor picnic. I'm gonna do that one. That one sounds so cozy to me. The next one, OMG, I will be forcing my sister to do this with with me, but that is dressing up in your fanciest clothing that you literally don't wear anywhere, like if you have an old prom dress or something, and just having a fashion show. Hello, this one sounds so much fun because those clothes that you don't wear, like those really fancy dresses, are just sitting in the back of your closet, and this is the perfect opportunity to just whip those out and have the best time. As a kid, I used to love playing dress up. My childhood best friend had an entire tote of costumes from like Halloweens and stuff, and we would just dress up and put on plays for her parents or her older sister, and it was just so much fun, and honestly we enjoyed it so much, and I hold on to those memories. So I feel like this is definitely the one for the girls who love to play dress up. The next one is rearranging your room. I never even thought about doing this on a rainy day, but I feel like just rearranging your room, moving everything around, and then at the end of it you just have a brand new fresh environment, if that makes sense, that you can sit and then read a book or watch a cozy movie or play your cozy games in. I would love to rearrange my room, but honestly my room is so small that there's not many places I could put my bed, or my dresser is absolutely huge, so again, not many places I could put it, and my TV's already like mounted on my wall, so I can't move things around too much, but if I could, I definitely would. I am going to school for architecture / interior design, so this is definitely something that I really enjoy myself. And the last one, and this one, you guys, I'm in love with the idea and the thought, and that is writing a letter to someone you have not met yet. I know, gasp, let all the gasp out, because I've always loved the idea of like writing letters to your future self or writing letters to your future husband, but I have met my future husband. It's my current boyfriend. So I could like write a letter to my future children, which obviously I have not met yet, or like write a letter to a future friend that you haven't met yet. This is such a cute idea to me, honestly. I love this so much. But if you don't have a boyfriend, obviously you could write a letter to your future boyfriend that you haven't met yet, or to your future self. You haven't met your future self. Definitely a very, very cute idea. But that is the end of the list. I kind of wanted to keep this super short and sweet, but again, I will be making another video right after this one of trying some of these hobbies and activities myself, so definitely be looking forward to that. But again, if you did like and enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I'm gonna love ya and leave ya. Bye.